Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So I have a whole series on all these chicks and how broke they are, right? Student loans, credit cards, all this foolishness, right? So guys, go check out the playlist. This link to at the end of this video. And guys, what do they always say is a reason why they're so broke? Not because of their own decisions, it's because of the patriarchy clown world. And guys, not a lot of these chicks actually come out and say it out loud, right? They'll say, oh, the wage gap and all this foolishness, right? But guys, there are some knuckleheads that are actually straight up saying that it's the patriarchy. It is a reason why they're broke as a joke. So we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok to check out some of these knuckleheads. But before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment, guys, because it really helps keep this channel going. And check out my second channel linked in the description. And let's get into this.
You know that there's a system, right? Like a system that makes sure that as women, you don't feel liberated around money. That if we are to talk about money, it makes you greedy, it makes you ungrateful, that you're a gold digger, you all you want is the money. But the system is there to suppress your income earning potential.
Please.
Because if you feel liberated and confident about your money, all bets are off. You have all the choices. You have the ability to exit any situation that you could be exiting just because you fucking feel like it. But society doesn't like that because that's not the system that is there to keep you controllable. And that is why I created Money Before Men. Because
please.
So freaking tired. I'm so freaking tired of women not feeling confident around money. I'm tired of women not having choices. I'm tired of the tipped scales. I'm tired of women not getting paid as much as men. But part of that is because women didn't know how to put themselves in positions to be paid.
And first of all, I'm sure that she thinks that her knucklehead whatever is the way to do it. That she has some ultra secret way, clown world. Right? And it's funny, guys, the only money that these 304s are confident about is men's money.
Be paid like men, because the system also doesn't like you to know the information. So how did I learn this information? Well,
yes,
I went into a tech sales career, and as I became very masterful in selling and negotiating, I recognized that when I was negotiating with people like high-level executives and companies, I started to see the system of capitalism and patriarchy at work. And
there it is.
I knew.
There it is. Capitalism, patriarchy. This is what they always say. There's these two boogeymen that are always after these 304s that are just making them spend monies on $2,000 Hermes blankets and $3,500 Balenciaga bags, right? Come on, man. Come on. This is such bullshit. Guys, her hashtags. You ready? Hashtag women and money. Hashtag F the patriarchy. Hashtag financial feminist. Please! Hashtag a financial independence. Hashtag money before men.
Women didn't know how to navigate this situation and end up on top. And I figured it out.
Please.
Money Before Men is my mission.
If you guys think that this chick figured out anything about money,
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on.
It is literally it's the flag that I'm carrying every single day, because when you have your money, you can have your cake and eat it too. When you have money, you get to decide what it is that you do in life and what you don't do in life. You get to decide who it is that you want to hitch your ass to or not. And you need money in this society to survive. Anyone who tells me different, I do not believe you. Having fuck you money, having the ability to create that sustainability for yourself, having financial stability, emotional stability, mental stability, having your world operating the way that you want it to takes a certain amount of money. It's
that most women will never have.
Red Ones. It's why I created the Money Before Men movement, and we're just getting started. So if you want to know the fundamental mindsets of Money Before Men,
well, this is all her little spiel. But guys, still, guys, there's a couple things I've never heard. Like, F you money is more of a masculine term where guys are saying, look, my boss can kiss my butt and leave. But us men just don't throw that word around. I mean, that term around, right? Because we know that you got to have quite a bit of money. You got to have enough to live on for a while to just quit your job. And guys, these chicks, the average chick makes $30,000 a year and has, $80,000 in student loan debt. This chick honestly thinks that these broads are gonna have FU money, please. Come on, man. Guys, reality is just like so far away from these chicks. It's insane. How is a chick, and here's the thing. Do you notice that this chick spiel, so whatever she's saying, she's not factoring in the fact that the majority of the people she's talking to are just irresponsible? Guys, you cannot help those who don't want to help themselves. And this chick's whole spiel, her whole thing about women in the patriarchy, is talking to women who don't want to help themselves. Clown work.
Smash.
This is mind-blowing and I have to share it. Were you also raised in the it's impolite to talk about money narrative? And then you realize men talk about money to each other and this is a tool of the patriarchy.
Ah, there it is.
Women are silent around money, the less financially independent we can be. I'm just one chapter in. You gotta read this book.
Financial feminism, guys. And guys, women can't stand each other. They act like women can't even talk about style and clothes and all the stuff that they talk about, that they try and talk about that doesn't matter. Do they honestly think that they can talk about money? And even if they did try and have an honest conversation, that's where that jealousy creeps on in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, she has more money than me. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Guys, this chick's hashtags. You ready? Hashtag the patriarchy. Hashtag money talk. Hashtag financial feminist. Hashtag financial feminism. Hashtag financial freedom. Hashtag money tips for women. Hashtag green... Was it green screen feminism? Okay, please. Guys, come on now. Imagine you have a group of like 4 chicks and one of them is they're talking about money and one's doing it exceptionally well. Are they going to be like guys where guys are inspired by their friends doing well? Or they're competitive and say, you know what, I'm going to try and outdo him. Or are they going to get jealous and try and tear the other girl down? Clown work.
2/3 of all student debt is held by women in the United States. Black women hold the most student debt out of any racial or ethnic group in the United States.
Whose fault is that?
Childcare is so expensive that it is outpacing women-dominated fields like education and nursing. Women who hold higher degrees, higher education, can no longer afford to work because of the cost of childcare. So they're going even more into debt with their significant student loans and then their inability to work. Women are also in poverty more than men.
Gee, I wonder why.
We also don't get any paid parental leave. So women have to decide between bonding with their child or losing their job. You can't convince me that they aren't trying to force us into pregnancy, force us to be uneducated, and make sure that we are in the home and reliant on men.
That's not true because guys are just walking away now. Isn't it funny how knuckleheaded chicks like this can say this and then they're acting like, oh, there's a marriage crisis, men won't grow up. Isn't it funny how women can talk out of both sides of their mouth? Girls like this say they want us to be barefoot and pregnant, but then they're saying, oh, men won't marry us. Clown world.
Today I read a quote that said, white women ignore the sexism to benefit from the racism. White women, it's time to get your head out of the sand to protect our future generation. It's time.
And this is funny because all this is, she is white, guys, and she has hashtag single mom, but I thought I saw a wedding ring on her finger. Let me see. I hope not. Yes. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It says hashtag single mom, but maybe she's a lesbian. Who knows, right? But guys, either way, this is a white chick trying to lecture white people about racism, right? And guys, women are paying tons in childcare because women went into the workforce en masse, and that's where the childcare. industry came from. See, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there were still some women working from home, and they were the people who would watch the neighborhood kids. When I was young, my great aunt watched all the kids in the neighborhood. My parents paid them like $100 a week, right? If that. But now all women of Generation X and over are at work. So, and then knowing that there was going to be a new market for childcare, they made all these laws and all these standards for in-home daycares to where they have to charge an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? Women did this to themselves. They took out all this debt. They wanted to come and get jobs, right? They want to have kids on their own. You know what I mean? Look at that. And now men are smartening up and walking away. And guys, this whole concept that women's debt is patriarchy, is clown world. The guys are hashtags. Hashtag student debt. Hashtag education. Hashtag Supreme Court. Hashtag women's rights. Hashtag oppression. Hashtag financial feminism. Hashtag single mom. Hashtag moms. Hashtag black women. Please. And guys, her little caption says, "It's time for white women to get their heads out of the sand and we start fighting." Fighting what? Fighting what? Guys, I'm going to do a video on this. Fighting how? How have women ever fought for anything? Guys, Roe v. Wade's been gone for a while now, and they were acting like they were going to go and just go and tear stuff down. They didn't do a damn thing. And this is why they're always saying we need to have men as allies, because they expect us to do all the work. Clown world. Guys, don't buy into this. Women's debt is not our problem, and it's not the result of the patriarchy. All right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one.